I'm trying to get everything together, but the Wi-Fi is not on my side. Okay. My ears itching. Okay, I think everything's okay. I'm trying to get everything together. Oh my god, that cover of Future Diary looks so fire. Why am I looking at myself? I don't know. Anyway, I just need to text my family, let them know that I am doing my stream, so they can text me on my tablet. I am doing my reading stream, so if you need me, text here, please, so I can see it. I feel like I'm quite low today, like in terms of talking, but it's quite early, so I feel like I'm a little self-conscious. He says, don't be self-conscious. Anyway, I'm gonna start the yap. I gotta use the bathroom though. Give me 3 minutes. I gotta use the bathroom. I got to use the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so I'm gonna start the timer so we can have a quick yap. I'm always yapping, so, this is just a daily yap. It really is just a daily yap. Okay. Hello. Welcome to today's stream. Today I'm gonna read. Is it this way? Let me go see. No, it's this way. I'm gonna read Future Diary today because I low-key love that book, and I hate you. I hate her so much, so we gotta see her demise. Not be preying on somebody's downfall. I mean, look at her. Oh my gosh. Like, oh my god, hold on. Oh my gosh, I keep clicking pages. Hold up, let me just show you how annoying she looks. She looks like she chew on bricks all day. She looks insane, actually, right? I do not like her. I didn't like her the first time I read that. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna read this. And I'm in bed because my foot's still swollen because I'm not drinking enough water, I think. I hope I'm not dying. I hope I'm not dying. Do you think I'm dying? I probably am. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're gonna pretend that's not happening, right? No, we're gonna drink water. We're gonna actually pretend it is happening. I need to drink a lot of water. And by the way, update, my roof of my mouth is still burnt. So I did something stupid, but I was like, dude, it hurts to even drink water. Now it doesn't. I can drink water and it doesn't hurt, but it hurts to eat. And the way I eat, I disintegrate the food with the tip of my tongue. I do not like food touching the middle of my tongue. Okay, I just don't like that. So it's burnt the spot where I disintegrate the food before it even gets to the middle of my mouth. So that's annoying. And you may be wondering, like, why don't you just chew? I don't really eat solid food unless I have to. Unless, well, that's not true. I only eat crunchy things, and that's probably when my teeth are cooked. You said you didn't come here to hear about my life. Bro, I thought we were friends. I thought we were 친구. 친구 means friends in Korean. Oh my gosh. You want to know about my Korean learning? I haven't learned Korean since 2024. And I spent 2024 and 2023 building a tool that I think works, because now I can do Korean sentence structure a lot better. So kudos to me and Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm really excited to read all day, and I sat at my desk with the intentions to study, but right now I have 2 assignments left, and for the week, before it goes to the next week of crazy chaotic things, and I don't feel like doing my assignments today, so I'm gonna do them tomorrow. I think I wanted to do a lot of background research, but my feet are swollen, and I think if I sit at the desk any longer and don't drink water, I will die. So I think what's gonna happen is, am I gonna have to do my work at my bed? I don't like doing that. I don't like working at my bed. I like working at my desk because I like differentiating the 2 worlds, right? It got to a point I worked so much that I didn't even want to go to my desk anymore. So imagine my bed was like that. And my bed is associated with comfortability. I saw somebody say a long time ago, you should not associate places with, you should associate things to certain things. So I associate my desk with learning and education. So why would I come to my bed and then ruin this space? Not ruin, because the only thing I love doing is learning. But you gotta take breaks, right? Oh my gosh, don't be like me. I studied so hard, I had chronic headaches for like 3 weeks. And no matter what I did, they wouldn't go. Literally not good. Not good, not good. Anyway, you said you didn't come here to hear that? You didn't want to hear about real life? My bad. Anyway, update again of Future Diary. I found out that at the bottom of the page it does tell you. It does tell you what page you're on. So I'm not actually on page 158. I'm actually a little bit ahead. But I was like, I kind of want to reread that part, since this is the part where Yuki Teru thought he listened to Yuno. Yuno said, "You don't just have me," when he said, "I really am a failure." She's like, "You have your teachers and your classmates, and you know, everybody. There's so many people who like you." And he actually started believing her. And so he got happy, and he was like, "Okay, we're just gonna make our way to the teachers and our classmates." So he's making his way over there, and he sees one of the classmates that he normally sees. I think his name was Kyosaka or something. And he was like, "Kyosaka," or whatever his name is. And like 2 of his teachers, I think 3 of his teachers like ran and rushed and pinned him down, because Uryu said, I don't care about anybody else but Yukiteru Amano. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So everybody betrayed him, and I guess Yuno was wrong, but they didn't care about him. Obviously, they already like, I think a handful of students died already, right? or is it if they had went some direction, a handful of people was gonna die? I don't really remember, but yeah, I guess we're in a situation where the diary holders that are at play right now is the first, which is Yuki, and then there is the second, which is Yuno Gasai, right? Okay, and then there's I don't know which one that maybe she's the sixth, Uryu, whatever her last name is. But she has a diary as well, and then the fourth, which we believe is the chief of the police, which is he is the fourth, the fourth diary holder. So if we had to recap everybody's diary abilities right now, excuse me, Yuki Teru's diary is because he tracks his diary as if he was a bystander, just taking in large quantities of information. That's how his diary works. It takes in and has a lot of information. However, his diary does not track anything related to him. He never put in his diary anything about himself that he was going to go through. It just tracks large quantities of information. Yuno's diary, on the other hand, is I think it's a love diary, right? So it's almost like it's a diary as if she's a stalker of Yuki. So it tells you all the whereabouts of Yuki, what he's doing, what's happening to him, and what he's going through. So it really just keeps tabs on Yuki. Then we know the third who got killed by Yuki with the dart when he pierced his cell phone, was actually his teacher. So it makes sense how his teacher was able to find him so fast because he already knew of him. But yeah, that's why his teacher wasn't at school today, and I guess that was one of the connecting points for how Uryu figured out it was him. How that's possible, I don't know. I still have to talk about this because I watched myself talk about it yesterday, and it's still funny to me. He gets home from school. He goes inside his imagination where Deus and Mumuru exist. And Mumuru is Deus' assistant. They take him and escort him to the survival game explanation. Okay? The whatever number Ururu is, she's there. And in that time, to the next day, she figured out it's him. If she's a terrorist, that means she doesn't go to that school. That means she's not going to that school because they would have been found her. Right? So she doesn't know anything about any of these students on this ground. I don't know what resources she has, but she's fried. I don't know. I hate her. But let's hope she gets knocked off. Anyway, I'm going to read Future Diary because it's really peak right now. And I think later in the night I'm going to read the selection. Yeah. I'm wondering if 10-minute breaks are too long. But I don't think I want to go longer than 25 minutes of reading. So I think we're about to get right into it. Again, the timer is just so I don't interrupt you when you're reading. If you finish early, you may go. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I love to hear what you're reading, so let me know. And in the next Pomodoro, I'll see you. In the next 10-minute break, I'll see you. Let's start reading early. Yeah. Good lucky. Okay, okay. I realized I didn't turn the music up. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to turn it up louder. I think it's at a good temperature in general, but guys, I got some Brussels sprouts and stole some of my. Well, this is all my. I got some Brussels sprouts, and my dad made this like bacon jalapeno flavored Brussels sprout stuff, and it tastes really good. And I did some pasta salad, and I put some blue cheese on it. Even though my body's already saltified, I'm drinking water. My foot's getting a little less swollen. I think I need to lay down. So we'll be laying down reading the rest of the night. And then I think I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up at 4. I don't know. We'll wake up at 6. Tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Okay. I need to be up tomorrow at 6 a.m. We're gonna lock in. Anyway, I had such a good time reading this chapter. This chapter was fire. Bro, let me show you, bro. Let me show you. Oh, wait, you can't see. I think you can see for some reason. Yes. 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 You see that? She's in pain. Why is she in pain? I'll show you why. This is why. Let me go to the original frame. This is why she's in pain. I'm praying on her downfall. You see that? That is a dart aimed at her eyeball. Yuki went sicko mode. Okay? Alright, so quick update. What happened? So, he got captured by the teachers and the classmates because she said, I don't want to kill any of you. I just want Amano, which is Yuki's last name. So, everybody got him, and they also captured Yuno. They took Yuno with her and captured her in the room where all the students and the teachers were. And they brought Yuki out to the front with her, and they discarded his phone to like the middle of the field, and now his phone was next to a mine. So he really couldn't do anything, and Yuno couldn't either because she had said, Ururu said, I just activated the motion sensor of bombs. Anybody that starts moving around in that room where Yuno is will set off all the bombs and you'll blow up and die. Yuno just realized in that moment, like, these people want Yuki dead. They are not our friends. And it's like she kept reiterating that. Like, they are not our friends. And she's insane. Once she realized that, she said, anyone that wants Yuki dead must die too. So she used her insanity strength, crackhead strength, and she freed herself from the people that was holding her still. And she ran. She ran through the door, and it blew up all the rooms. Right? She ran through the whole school. Okay? And it caused all the blows up, all the explosions. And Ururu did not expect her to do that. She was like, what an idiot. But Yuki thought, because Yuno wasn't coming, that she died in the explosions. Because there's people jumping out of windows, and you see the whole classroom level on fire. But anyway, he's sitting on a landmine on the field, just thinking about how he deserves to die. And then in comes the 4th diary holder. He comes a little bit after. I know her name now. It's Mine. It's Minene. So is it Minene or Minine? Ururu Minine. I don't know how to say her name, but she told Yuki a little bit before the 4th came that, don't worry, in 10 minutes you're gonna die. And in my mind I was like, why 10 minutes? He's right there. Blow him up now. I was like, maybe her diary doesn't allow. But the 4th, which is detective, he comes in. And he's like, chill out to Yuki, because she doesn't really want you, she wants me. Which makes sense why she was waiting 10 minutes. What's his name? The 4th called out Ururu as the 9th. So she's the 9th diary holder. And they must have some history because I guess he was tracking her down for some time. She is a terrorist. Anyway, Ururu. I'm sorry. I'm dying. Ururu and him talk a little bit, and apparently the fourth has the investigation diary. So he gets to see any information on any crimes that'll be committed in the next 90 days. So he knew that the third, which was, his name was Hirai or something, he was going to act soon. And he also found out that he had no alibi. So Yuki's teacher had no alibi. It was confirmed he was the serial killer that was going around killing people. So he was going to corner him, but of course, Yuki and Yuno got him knocked off when they threw the dart through his cell phone and killed him. And of course, when you die, it seems like through the phone, at least, it sucks you up into oblivion. Kind of like a whirlpool. You ever watch Danny Phantom when they use that effing gun? They use that gun and they shoot the ghost, and the ghost gets sucked inward like a portable ghost portal. It was kind of like that. And we find out that the fourth doesn't want to be God, but he does want Ururu gone. However, Ururu says, well, guess since you both want to play with me, I'll just blow you both up. And that's what the fourth says, well, I guess plans have changed. And he aims the gun at Yuki. And Yuki starts crying, and he's talking about all the things that he's never done important. He's like, I just sit in the back typing on my diary all day. I don't interact with anyone. I even used Yuno's feelings against me for my own personal gain. He said, I guess I deserve to be killed. I guess I deserve nothing other than dying. But luckily Yuno didn't die. She jumps through like the third floor window with this shard of glass in her hand, and she jams it like on Ururu's shoulder and cuts through her, like cuts through deep through her shoulder. And that gives enough time for the fourth to tell Yuki, hey, this is your last chance to prove that you're not a failure. Okay? And he's crying hysterically, but the fourth's telling him, replace that fear, right, with a smile. And, he does it. He's like, good, that's a great smile. Now, on my signal, go run and get your diary. Now, he gives a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and he hauls ass. Yuki Teru's running fast and efficient as F, and he's dodging the landmines that's on the ground. And I'm like, how did you do that? It turns out Yuki, Yuno, their names is too similar, bro. Yuno Kasai, pink-haired girl, is behind Ururu after she cut her, telling him, landmine to them 2 meters ahead, go left. And then a third landmine, 1 meter ahead, go right. So he's dodging because she's giving her the things. And that's what Ururu realizes, okay, you're a diary holder too, right? Because she's like, how is he not stepping on the mines? Yuno's giving him directions. So she, like, bro, you watch Dragon Ball Z? Oh my god, I don't know how to do. She, like, Broly kicks her to the curb, and her diary goes flicking out her hand. And at that point, Yuki can't tell where to go, right? He does grab his diary after the second landmine direction, but at that point, there's between her and him is landmines. There's one more landmine. He doesn't know which way to go, so he don't have any instructions. So what he does is he looks at Ururu's eyes. So you remember when they met, and she said, actions speak louder than words. He told her, eyes speak louder than words too, when he was looking at her eyes, because she was looking at the landmine to the right and saying in her mind, go right, go right, go right, go right. And then he went left based off her eye movement. And so now we're right at the part where he has a dart, because his daily routine is to throw a dart every day. But he takes the dart and he's about to pierce her cell phone. Now, if her heart stops, the school blows up. But I think you get sucked into oblivion when you get your phone destroyed. So what happens is he takes the cell phone, the dart, all right, and she realizes my diary is so much more important. So she moves out of the way, and her eyeball's right there, and he jams the dart in her eyeball. And I was like, dude, you know how crazy you gotta be to be like, the diary is more important than my eyesight, because for sure she's not gonna be able to see. It's point blank. It's point blank. Yeah, she's fried. Anyway, that was a really good chapter. So now her sliced shoulder and eyeballess activities is going about. So we're gonna see what happens going forward. But I really love it. I am on chapter 4, by the way. I'm almost done this book. This book actually. Oh, what page am I on? I'm on 203. You know what I just realized? Not that. I know it took so long to yap, but bro, that chapter was fire. 10 out of 10 book. It's a really good story. I'm on page 203 too. Okay, I will start the next timer. We're gonna be here for a while because I'm gonna be reading this book for a minute. So let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, I'll turn the music up this time. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I feel like this got louder somehow. I don't know. But I didn't realize that the chapters continue, like it's not actually chapter 1 of volume 2. It's chapter 5 because the story continues. And I'm on page 44. Dude, this story is fire. Not gonna lie to you. Oops. I think I should just make this bigger. Yeah. So I'm on page 44. So this book is really good so far because we're continuing on from Ururu getting stabbed in the eyeball. And after she got stabbed in the eyeball, she realized it was up for her. So she decided to escape, especially once Yuno pulled the thing that was controlling the bombs off of her. So she really had to get out of there. And so her diary is the escape diary. So it allows for her to get a escape in any way possible, I guess, right? So she used her diary and it brought about a motorcycle and she was able to ride off. But her eye is injured and her shoulder's still injured. So even though she escaped, you're finna get cooked one of these days, girly. So Ururu is gone, and that's when the fourth realizes that they need to work together because now that your identities of revealed, the rest of the people in the game are gonna come get you. You know, so the fourth, the first, and the second all work together, which is, what is his name? Dang, what is his name? I don't remember his name, but the detective guy, Yuno, and Yuki are all working together. So in this book, they're actually going on a date, Yuno and Yuki, which really isn't a date. It's just that they have now been entered into like witness protection or surveillance protection, and so this is a good time for them to start the battle of figuring out and finding out who the other people are that are the holders of diaries. So he said, since your school's like getting fixed up and down, just go about, I guess, relaxing. I mean, that would be a very traumatic experience for anybody. So they're having a relaxing day, and they're going different rides, and dragging them around and everything, and he evades going in. I mean, I'm skipping a lot of pieces because there was a part where she wore some swimsuit. They went to like swim thing, and she lost her bra, and she forced him to stay there so that nobody will see. and the crazy thing is, the dude is in charge. She told Yuki to go get the dude that's in charge, and Yuki called out to him and talked to him, and she's like, she lost her baby suit. And the dude's like, he, I know. What do you mean, I know? Weirdo the clown. Anyway, the next place that they were going to go to is a planetarium, and Yuki didn't want to go in there. And so they take the little slope thing. I guess it's like a carnival thing where you go inside the car, like a cable car kind of thing. I don't know what that's called. But they sitting there, and Yuno has been thinking the whole date, like, why are you so clingy? Why are you clinging to me so much? And so he actually asked her there, like, in third person, like, she's like, why does Yuno cling to me so much? And then she actually asked him, why does Yuki not want to go stargazing? And she's asking him, like, the stars. This is incorrect. Did you lie to me? And it goes back to a flashback to when he and her were the last two in class a year ago. And she couldn't write to answer to the question that asked, what do you want to be in the future, or what do you want to do in the future? And she got up and she saw what Yuki wrote, and Yuki wrote, I want to go stargazing with my family. And he thought, oh, maybe that's silly. And he just said the reason was because his parents just divorced, and they also broke the promise to buy him a telescope. So I think he really wanted to do that. And told him, that's not silly. And I think she wanted to, help him. He's like, well, you weren't able to go with your family. She said, do you want to go to an observatory with me? And he said, no, I want to go with my family. And she's like, geez, whatever, I guess, so uncompromising. And that's when she realized, okay, well, in that case, the thing she wants to be in the future is to become his bride. She wants to become his wife. And I guess at that point, then, you can go stargazing together. And Yuki said, remembering this time, he said he thought she was joking, but he realizes that she wasn't, of course, now. And, I think Yuno has something else she's hiding, and he can tell, because why is she so obsessed with that? I don't understand. And we don't understand. But she kisses him on the forehead and invites him to her house. And as the diary said, she'll bring an apple. She'll say she's going to go peel the apple. He's going to say, I need to use the bathroom. And he's going to go to the bathroom. The diary also states that as he's walking to this bathroom, there's this strange room. And he's like, interesting. The diary doesn't say that I interact with this room at all. It just says that he goes to the bathroom. And then he comes back and he sees the peeled apple. So he realizes at that point that whatever he does there will change their diaries. It'll change the future greatly. And I'm not any further, but it seems like him interacting with this room doesn't just F up his diary, but it Fs up fate for everybody else's diary greatly, to where they're all looking at their phones kind of shocked. So I don't know what it is, but the room's kind of like bandaged up, kind of like you would think someone's casting out spirits or something. And when he opens up the doors look beat up on the inside, and I can't tell if it's like blood or if it's just beat up. And it seems like someone's in there saying, help me. They're like, could be a woman, I can't tell. It's like a shadow of them. But now I'm on the scene where Diaz says, it's Diaz now. I'm on page 39. Well, it's not really 39. It's actually 44 of this book. But we're at Diaz now. And he says, did you open that? Like, because he interacted with the room and he opened it. So I think it's really bad what if he just did, because yeah, the little girl that's Diaz's assistant. Oh my god, you can't see her, but she said the boundaries of fate have begun to change. So I think he did something that effed up society greatly, because as you see the room where Diaz is, it's being torn apart. Boy, if I hit my laptop, it's being torn apart. It's like being torn apart and electrified and stuff like that. But yeah. That's very interesting. See, that's the difference. Then now I get it. Jujutsu Kaisen is a long anime. I think it's not extremely long, but it's 200 and something, almost 300 chapters. I mean, I know Naruto is like 700 chapters, I think, right? Yeah, but dude, it's pretty long. I think, I don't know. And so it's gonna be a different pacing. I don't know. I gotta get into it deeper. But I don't have any connections to the storyline in Jujutsu Kaisen like I do in this story, and this one's very interesting. I remember when I was younger, it was interesting to me, and I think I wanted to watch the anime, but I was like, I want to read it. So I read it a little bit, and I think this is the furthest I got as a kid. Now I'm 26, and I'm further along. This is cool. Anyway, I gotta use the bathroom, but when I come back, I will continue reading Future Diary. Maybe I'll finish this volume. I don't know. We'll see. It's really good. I think there's like... How many volumes is it? Oh, na 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 na. Now! Dude. I'm almost done chapter 5. That's cool. So, alright, there's only 12 volumes. W's, man. Alright, I'm gonna start the timer and then go to the bathroom. Alright, I'll see you in the next timer. The next 10-minute break. Because I think I'll read the selection and then I'll go to sleep after I read. I don't know, we'll see. Because I think I'm going to sleep early. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, my foot needs to rest. Alright, starting the timer, starting the timer. hoy mateys. I've been here this whole time trying to find my remote. My head hurts awfully. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm dying slowly. I'm gonna just. I think the camera's actually closer to me than it's supposed to be now. I don't know. My roof of my mouth hurts. My head hurts. My nose is stopped up. My left eye hurts. My foot's swollen. I'm killing myself slowly. Okay. Maybe rapidly now. But anyhow. 10-minute break. 10-minute break. No, I sat here looking for my fan remote. Because I was like, dude, I didn't move. How did I lose this? How did we lose you? How? Okay, so I think, honestly, that's why this is so bright. Because this light is right here. So that I can, like, see. Maybe it's beaming my back of my head and making my brain explode. Anyway, if anyone's watching this in the future, I hope that you're having a good time reading. I didn't get to read anything that segment. Mostly because I was looking for the remote. Literally. And I also went to go get a banana. And I used the bathroom. So, good amount of things. I hope my foot becomes unswollen. Or else I might be dying. So, let's hope that happens. I also sit at my desk so long. I think I need to buy some compression socks. Didn't know you needed compression socks. Even when sitting. I need to stop sitting. I'm gonna start exercising. I need to clean my room up first. Unfold all my clothes, I mean, at least. It's just really like an abundance of clean clothes on the floor. Just unfolded. Because I just don't have the time or willpower to go do that. I'm sorry, I'm just taking my time. Because my head really hurts. And I'm sort of tired. Does anybody want to do a sleep stream? Does anyone want to do a rest with me stream? Where it's really me going to sleep every 10 minutes. And me reading for 25 minutes. No yapping. Just 10-minute rest and 25-minute read. Because I can't. Because at first I thought, okay, what if I just like up the timer? But if I'm reading for longer than 25 minutes, I might bash my skull in. And a 10-minute break is useful. But I'm tired and my head hurts. Anyway, what time is it? Is it 9 o'clock? That's 9 o'clock. I think in the next break we'll read the selection. I don't know though. I don't know how I feel right now. My head hurts a lot. Dude, I'm in pain everywhere. My nose is stuffy. My eyes is messed up. My eye. My head hurts a little bit. The roof of my mouth is burnt. My foot is swollen. I can't immerse in the book if I'm in physical pain. I think the more I drink water, I haven't drunk water for like a couple days, so my hope is that it helps. My foot was swollen like this one time when I was a kid, and that's when we didn't have a refrigerator, so we was eating pizza. We were eating takeout literally every day, and I think I wasn't drinking anymore and all the salt. Or my body's compounding interest on my weight. And then I'm dying. Who knows? Who knows? Anyone having a good reading session? I hope so. the real reason I started streaming is I don't have any friends. I don't have any friends, and I don't have anybody that does the same thing as me. So, I guess at least if I come here and I get to talk to myself about a book that I'm reading, at least I'll feel less lonely. And at least I'll get to have the motivation to, um, read. Because I think I thought about reading earlier, but I was like, it just doesn't feel like a purpose without the camera here. At least I get to document my reading and put it on my channel. But, yeah. Can we have a sleep stream? Does anybody want to get cozy with me stream? Let me see what happens if I just like lay down. Does anybody want to cozy with me stream? Hold on, my tablet's doing things. Sorry. Hold on. I just want to see. Can I lay down on my side? Should I read this lection tomorrow? I like Max in America, but I just can't. At least Future Diary. I know that the mic's behind me. At least Future Diary is pictures, right? Less thinking, less perceiving. I think I'm in low energy mode just because my teeth are vibrating because I can't breathe. This is really ridiculous. Let's do a sleep stream. I feel like when Casanet said, can we have some sleeping incentives? I think I don't want to get up. I think I just want to lay here. I just want to lay here. Anybody else just like that? I don't want to move. It's 3 minutes. Let's all take a 3-minute sleeps. I think I'm not going to lean up anymore. 3 minutes sleep, everyone. 3 minutes sleep-a-thon. I'm going to actually set the timer for 3 minutes. Alright, I'm just going to listen to Zelda music and rest. I'm just too lazy right now. And this fan is blowing right in my face, making the congestion worse. Dang, did I lose the remote again? I literally just found it. This is crazy. I literally just found it. Ah, Sekider. Wow, I lost my fan remote again. Dude, I'm just destructive. I hate this remote. This is my other fan remote. Did the same thing. Okay. Well, my 3 minutes is out the window. It's so hot too now. I need to do something about my life. Everybody, we're doing a sleep stream. The 10-minute timer's over. I'm too tired to lean up. I think I will read one more time. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna read this book. Let's see how the story goes. Alright. We're starting the next Tombo. See you in the next breakie. Okay. I think my head hurts. My teeth keep vibrating. But I'm pretty close to finishing volume 2, I'm not gonna lie. It was like, it's just these chapters are just long. Yeah. But I'm on page 106. So I got chapter 7 and chapter 8 left. Let me see. But I'm on chapter 7. And no, it's a book. I'm on page 106. I'm on page 106. Alright. That's pretty good. So I read for the manga. I was on. Well, I realized I could count it. Well, I read chapter 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I read quite a bit. You know. Read quite a bit for sure. It's hot though, bro. And my foot is healing. At least I think it is. But I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't know. I ate banana. I'm trying to eat something that's not salty. So it's hard because, like, what's not salty? I ate a salad. And I ate some Brussels sprouts. Then I ate that salad. The noodle salad, whatever. Then I ate bananas. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm sleepy and my head hurts. I kind of just want to go to bed. I would have a sleep stream if I literally knew my PC would survive, but it wouldn't. But it's been fun. I've been here for 3 hours. I think I'm gonna stop for the night because it's hot. Yeah, this is too many versions of pain. So, yeah. Should I watch no. I might watch a K-drama. I don't know. I don't have time to do that. Yeah, I think I'll go to sleep. But anyway, I'll tell you about the story tomorrow. I'm just in so much pain. I'm going to sleep, okay? Thank you so much for reading with me. If you're in the distant future and it's the year 2035 and I managed to be alive, let me know what you read, even if it's then. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good reading session, and I will see you again tomorrow. Because I have 2 assignments due, probably will be at 9, and I'll probably just read a little bit of something and then actually leave. Because I have so much work to do. But, yes, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.